Good evening, everyone. It's Tom Sydney Bushnell, aka Numbers, here from Psych Club, from News with Tom Numbers and the Tom Numbers Show. And something that was re-emphasized and brought to my attention a couple of days ago, the question of energetic fields. I've got my orgone because that produces a positive, well actually it's a negative ion field. It helps discharge, it helps give negative ions to the body, which helps with grounding and full energetic capacity of the body. Also as well, thank you for all those that are subscribing to Locals, those that are paying to become founding members. You're going to get, or you continue, there's a lot of value on there already, and you'll continue to get that. So in case you haven't heard, the deal has been extended. That may end in just a few days, and it might just go like that because we need to get on with going forward to the usual subscription. But right now it's still with the founding members, which is $5 a month or $50 for the year. $50 for the year is proving really popular, and you're grandfathering it, you're locking that in for good. So as long as you keep up your subscription each year, you'll get that indefinitely. And currently you'll get the full 107 episode. I call it Clash of the Titans because me and Juan go head to head. We're still friends and respectful of each other, but there's some serious questions I put to him and we go head to head. I want to get the answers, and you, my followers, deserve the answers. So does everyone else. The full Gene Decode episode is available only to the subscribers on Locals. And also, I've mentioned this before, but Chris Voss is the world's #1 negotiating coach. He uses tactical empathy to heal conflict and to heal relationships. So those of you with family members that have felt some kind of separation during this period, which a lot of us have, get that interview I do with Chris Voss. If that was just a training course on its own, that would easily exceed the $148, which will be the new price for the annual subscription in a few days' time. So get that course, plus get Gene, plus get Juan, and you're going to get some episodes of News with Tom Numbers that will be on there as well. So get in. And also, people know about the Iodine, the Magnesium, the Solaris, the Oceans Alive. Get those products. You click below and enter your coupon code TOMNUMBERS20 and you'll get 20% off. Okay, so a couple of days ago, I've got someone that's important to me right now in my life, and I probably will do a show with them in the future. But for want of a better word, they're an energetic chiropractic coach, an energetic coach. And people know that I don't talk about the negative side of things. I always try to keep it positive. That's just my disposition. That's just how I am. But I'd had an innocent, and I felt at the time productive, conversation with a friend who's also a fellow truther. I won't mention their name, but they had a concern in regards to the products, you know, the global products of the last few years. And I was putting my case forward, saying that it's not quite as the case as we might think. And anyway, I left it at that. They felt positive about what I'd said. Anyway, I went to see my energetic coach later that day, did some work on me physically, and he whispered in my ear and said, "Have you been talking to people about the products and the events of the last 3 years?" I said, I thought about it because I was so deeply restful and relaxed during the session. And I went, "Yeah, I have." He said, "Okay, we'll speak about it after." So after the session had finished, we spoke about it. And he said, just be mindful that holds a certain frequency, a certain resonance. It has a place in the energetic field. It has a place in the multiverse. So when people buy into fear, they go there and they start to experience it in their body. So what he'd noticed with me, unbeknownst to me, because 99.9% of the time I always keep myself in a positive frame. And I didn't even feel that bad in the discussion I had. But he's so skilled in what he does. He'd noticed it had come up in my body. And I was like, wow, how did you know that? He knew that because of his skill set. And so I was reminded of this reality that if we perceive something in our mind, if we entertain it, if we go into that, even for a few moments, it holds a resonance, it attaches itself to us, it becomes real. Even if we haven't taken part physically in the products, if we dwell on it, we start to feel that in our soul, in our body. So it was a real reminder, and a shocking reminder, and a testament to that principle, because I totally concur with that. So the field, all these invisible frequencies, all these invisible energy fields, they're real. They are real. If you do the numbers on the quantum, that's 140, that's Tom numbers, that's the trumps, that's the military, that's the currency, the apprentice. If you do the quantum field, that's 176, which is Back to the Future. Field is 36 real. So the quantum field is the real quantum. They're the same thing. So whatever you think about, you bring about, even in a slight way. So as we move through this time period, getting ready for Ascension, because that's what's happening, we're going there. And I'm talking to myself as I share this with you, my followers. This is an exercise in creating our reality. We have the power to manifest anything that we so choose. And even a 10-minute conversation, a well-intentioned conversation with a friend, can affect our reality. And so I'm doing this in my own life. I'm very selective on who I entertain, the things I consume in terms of my time, my focus, my energy. And I'm noticing it more and more, and it's making a difference. When I'm more selective of it, it makes a real difference. So I would suggest to you, guys and girls, to be selective on where you give your attention. Be selective on the things that you allow your mind, your spirit, your soul, your consciousness to digest and to entertain. Because whether you like it or not, we're creating at a really accelerated rate now. We're going to go into the age of instant manifestation. And so this is a bridge, this is a buffer period for a training school to learn how to manifest, how to manage our energies. That's why it's good to get these things that can assist you and give you that help and assistance with this. But it's a real time of calibration and a time of observation in creating and manifesting the things that we want. And so there are different layers in the community. There are people, well, let me describe it this way. There are people in the spectrum in the world where they don't get anything. They don't understand it. Nothing's going on. Then there are people that know something's going on, but they want to put their head in the sand. And I'd say that's probably the majority of the population globally. Then there are others that are standing up, i.e. against things like the products, but they don't really get the rest of the stuff. And then there are others that are in the quote unquote the kind of spiritual consciousness community, the energetic community, the esoteric community, but they also dabble and go into fear on the other side of things, and that dilutes their power. That can knock them out for a few weeks, you know. And then there are those that are purely about creating and manifesting their world and creating a better life for themselves, their family, their loved ones, their communities, for mankind. And I would say I'm more in that camp most of the time, pretty much 99% of the time. But I do hear the other things, and I try and support other truthers with their communities and protests and things. But I have said before, I do fully believe in trust the plan. I believe in President Trump 1000%. I believe in the Q team. I believe in the Alliance. I believe in the Off-World team. I believe in our future selves that have come back to help us. That's where I'm at. I think people will understand that from my work and my energy. Energy 74, Gematria 74. So, but it was a lesson. It was subtle but profound that a good friend of mine that's very tuned with his work could pick that up. It was amazing, actually. So just be vigilant. This is a time for vigilance. This is a time for strength. This is a time for having fun in the positive field, creating things. When I go to see him, there's a certain energy and resonance in his practice, and I started to feel the effects of his practice without him even like doing any physical touches, manipulations with me at all, adjustments, because they're very subtle what he does. But I got there and I rested for a few minutes and I started to get into the program without me even doing anything. And he said, yeah, there's an energetic field here, you know, which is true. There is. And so when we think, so if we dwell on the past, we're recreating and making that real. If we dwell on the future, we're recreating that and making it real. If we dwell on the present, we're engaged with that and making that more palpable and strong. So I would encourage all of you to focus on the things that bring you joy. I know we've been told this many, many times, but it's real. 176, Back to the Future, real Tom numbers, 176, the quantum field, 176, the real quantum, 176, real quantum magic, 176, level playing field, 176, November the 5th, 176. We're heading there. We're getting there. All right, everyone. Much love. God bless. Thank you for your continued support. The community's growing and thriving, so get on board. The momentum is building. I can drop more and more intel. I say intel, actually, I don't like using that word. More and more insights. My insights are my insights, but I have the permission to share them with you. And they become yours as you do with them as you do. So, all right, everyone, much love, God bless. Hit the links below, subscribe, get in for the $50 for the year, grandfather it in, and you'll be away. So, all right, everyone, much love, God bless, take care, bye.